So I'm going to take the piece and put it on the chessboard here like this. So I got two white pieces and two black pieces. Okay, the way I'm going to actually arrange the pieces is I'm going to assume my opponent is actually going to be playing with white pieces. So he's going to be placing the white pieces on his side of the board. So the white pieces will be moving this way towards me. Now I'll be placing my black piece on this side of my board, and I'll be moving my pieces towards my opponent this way. Okay, so what I've taken here are two white pawns and two black pawns just to illustrate the pieces. Okay, the pawns are minor pieces. Okay, they are like foot soldiers. So the way the pawns are placed, so if you look at it from the opponent's side of the board, if you assume this as the first row, then this is the second row. Okay, so what will happen is I'm going to place the pawns in the second row. 2. Now I've got a few more pawns coming in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 pawns. So likewise, I'm looking from my side of the board. So this is my first row and this is my second row. So I'm going to place my pawns, the black pawns, on the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So the next thing I'm going to do is place the major pieces. I'm going to take the rook. The rooks first. So 2 white rooks and 2 black rooks. So the rooks are placed on either end of the board. So for my opponent's side is going to place on this side of the board and this side of the board, so on 2 extreme ends. So similarly, I'm going to take these 2 black rooks and place them on the extreme side of my side of the board. One over here and one over there. Then I'm going to take 2 bishops, 2 white bishops and 2 black bishops. Okay. No, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take 2 knights, 1 knight, 2 knights, 2 white knights, and black knights, 1 knight, 2 knights. So let's take the knights first. So the white knights will sit next to the rooks. So this white knight sit next to this rook, this white knight will sit next to this rook. So similarly, the black knights will sit next to this black rook, this black knight will sit next to this black rook. Okay? Now the knights look like horses, but we don't refer to them as horses. We actually refer to them as knights. Okay, think of a knight as a person who is actually working in the king's or the queen's court, and he is riding the horses, but he is called the knight. So in fact, what we see as horses, actually we call them knights in chess terms. Okay? Right. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is place the bishops. Now we've got 2 white bishops and got 2 black bishops. Okay, the 2 white bishops sit next to the knights, 2 knights. 2 white bishops sit next to this knight. The other bishops sit next to this knight. Similarly for the black bishops will sit next to this knight, and this bishop will sit next to this knight. So what's remaining? What we have remaining are the kings and the queens. Okay, so what we're going to do, just move the board a little bit so you can see the pieces. Let's see, just make sure. Okay, so you can actually see all the actual board itself. Now, what you have, a black queen and a black king, white queen and a white king. Okay, so where do they go? The black king, let's take the queens first. Okay, that's important. So let's take the white queen first. The white queen will go always on the white square. So what you have here, empty squares, one dark colored or black square and a white square which is a light colored square. So this is a white queen, so it will have to go on a white square. So similarly, if I take the black queen, it's a black queen, so it's a dark colored queen, will go on the dark colored or a black square. So now you got two remaining squares, one square on the white side and one square on the black side. Okay. What happens now is, if I take the white king, that will actually go on the remaining square there, sitting next to the queen. This black king will go on this square sitting next to the queen. So that's really it. So that's how the piece is actually placed on the chessboard. So a quick recap. Got to make sure the orientation of the chessboard is correct. On my extreme right, got to be a white square. On the opponent's extreme right, got to be a white square. So the orientation of the board is correct. Next, you place the pieces, the minor pieces, the pawns. Okay, then got the pawns there. Then you actually see, place the rooks. Then you got the knights, and then you've also got to check where is the queen sitting. A white queen has to be sitting on a white square, and a black queen has to be sitting on a black square. And if that's the case, then we are correct. We can't go wrong here anymore. Okay, thanks. That's lesson 1. Okay, and until lesson 2, goodbye and thank you.